your choices and the sacrifices that you make that will determine your destiny. Many years ago, I heard somebody said, I will pass this way but once. Any good that I can do to my fellow men, let me do it now. Let me not defer it because I will not pass this way again. These were the early days when I formed my philosophy, my values in my life. And it's the choices that you make. Many of us make poor choices. This is the game of snakes and ladders. All of you have played it before, right? What's the purpose of the game? You start from 1, and then you try and make it to 100. If you're lucky, you roll the dice, you get a ladder. If you're unlucky, you get a snake and you go down. When you go down, what do? You roll the dice again and you try and make it to the top. This is the game of snakes and ladders. This is the game of life. It's the same. We start from nowhere and we want to claw our way to the top. Be it 100 years old, be it success, whatever is your goal. Along the way, if you're lucky, you get ladders. Maybe a good climb. When you study, you get a ladder. You move your way up. And then you do something wrong, you go down. This is the game of life. But the game of life is easier than the game of snakes and ladders because in snakes and ladders, it is pure luck. It's the roll of the dice. You throw a 3, you walk 3. In the game of life, if you have no ladders, in your life, it's a long way up to the top. But if you keep walking, you'll reach there. But our problem is we make the poor choices. We see the snake there and we walk into it. And then you go down. When you make a choice, always look at consequences. You can choose at the time of choice, but you can't choose the consequences. If you smoke, you get cancer. If you spend, you'll be financially poor. You got to ask yourself, what do you want? You cannot say, I want to smoke and I want to be healthy. It doesn't work that way. It goes hand in hand. So ask yourself, what consequence do you want? If I study, if I make the call, what will the consequence be? I'll get a sale. If I study, what will the consequence be? I'll be more professional. I might be able to do my business better. And you notice that in this game, there's a tall ladder that brings you up to the top. Some of you are fortunate. You come from gifted families. You have that self-achiever thing in you. And you propel yourself to the top. That's good. But look at, there's also a very big snake. And I've seen in my business, in our industry, people who have made a way all the way to the top, only to succumb to some stupid, unethical conduct. And then they come all the way down again. So even if you don't have the ladders in your life, if you were to keep going, you'll still reach the top. But avoid the snakes. You know what is YOLO? You only live once. As you look at these 4 pictures, what do you see? I'm getting older, guys. I'm getting older, so will all of you. All of you will get older. I realized this 37 years ago. As I get older, I'll lose my hair, I'll lose my teeth, I'll lose the elasticity of my skin, I'll lose my vitality, my energy. And I ask myself, what do I want to exchange it for? And I say, I want to exchange it for a great retirement. When I'm old, I want to be financially secured. I want to be financially independent. I want to be able to travel where I want to go, have whatever food I want to eat, live the lifestyle that I've always wanted. So I worked. Did I enjoy myself? Of course I do. Ask the achievers in your company. In your early years, you spend it by achieving. By achieving. That's where your enjoyment comes from. It's so wonderful. I remember to wait for your name to be called, then you stand up and then you go and receive your award. That moment is so incredible. I spent my first part of my life achieving. I enjoyed the achievements. Now I'm spending it enjoying my life to do whatever I want to do. And I've wanted, way back in 1981, to speak because I think I can impact people's lives positively. With money, you can buy hair, you can buy teeth, you can buy your Botox shots. My friends who have retired in the airlines, some of them called me up, Robert, can you lend me $200 to live a whole life? The same people who laughed at me, can you lend me $200? I said, take the money. Don't worry about paying back. Do well. And when you are successful, do good with the money that you earn. Do good with the fame that you've got. And I guarantee you, you'll live a very meaningful life. Let me end by asking you the same question that was asked of me 36 years ago. How many of you are going to do your MDRT this year, stand up. If your desire is strong enough, you find the reasons to make it. How many of you are going to make MDRT this year? Come on. MDRT, MDRT, MDRT. Thank you.